From every strand on the line of your reel, to the rods, to the anglers, to the lures on the end of your hook, let's talk about those big bass here on Co-Angler's Corner with your hosts, Rob Welch and John Stounger.
Hi, y'all are. Hey, Cajun Rob here hanging with you. We got no other than Mr. Sidepod himself, Mr. Rusty Odom, and he is your AOY co-angler leader. How's it going tonight, Rusty?
Pretty good. How are y'all?
All right, man, doing good. But for the folks that may not be familiar with her, don't pay attention to the side pot standings. Go into a little bit how you got into fishing and how kind of your finishes this year. I know you've been on a roll, so I'll let you kind of introduce yourself and kind of go through some of your tournaments you've had this year.
Yeah. Well, it all started when I was a baby. My parents had to get rid of my Passy, and the only way they could get rid of it is offer me a fishing rod. So out the window, Passy went.
Heard that.
But I grew up fishing ponds, rivers. My grandpa and my dad. My grandpa was the one that really I was close with and took to fishing. And I didn't start tournament fishing real good on lakes or anything until like 2012. My first tournament was in a John boat in February on Greenwood, and that was miserable. Said I'll never do that in a John boat. And bought my first bass boat.
Yeah.
Picking up from last year, I ended the season AOI in fourth. I was a few points shy of it. Had some pretty good finishes. Never could crack the top 10 last year. I was all over it. I was like 11th, 10th, 13th. I was like, or 12th, 13th. I was like, I'm going to get it.
Yep.
Which leads into this year. First tournament of the year was on Lake Kiwi. It was January 25th. I knew I could catch them on a jig that time of year. You know, peanut butter jelly is a staple for me. And we pull up to the first spot, and first fish of the morning within like 30 minutes of launch was a 4-pounder, which I was like, all right, here we go. And Kiwi is one of those lakes that's either hit or miss for me. It's either I do really good or I ain't got anything. It's no in between. So we took off, got that first one in the boat, and I just kept that jig in my hand. I didn't get any more bites the first part of the morning, so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to switch it up to a shaky edge just to get 2 more.
Yeah.
And I ended up catching 2 small ones. So I was like, all right, now that I got a limit, because with the new 3-fish limit, 3 fish, fairly easy to get.
Yep.
I mean, it has been this year so far. So I put the jig back in my hand and kept going, working with it, and coiled up one of the I had a little squeaker, about a pound, barely 12 inches. Coiled him out with almost right at a 2-pounder. And then late in the day, the last pocket, I had that jig thrown up on the dock, and I got keyed in on the mouth of the pockets with the dock leading in was where they were stated. Well, the boater, he done fished it and went on by, and I was like seen a little pipe in the off the seawall. So well, there's something that's drains in there, so there's got to be something. So I fired that jig up there and boom, 3-pounder ate it. So ended up finishing third by 2 ounces. I led for 45 minutes that tournament. I thought that was going to be the one. And nope, 2 ounces. There was a 8.8, 8.7, and I had 8.6 and 3. So it was tight.
Dang. Yeah, that is.
And then the second tournament of the year was Kiwi again, March 8th. It hadn't really significantly warmed up, so I was like, they'll still eat this jig. I mean, they love peanut butter jelly this time of year. And a couple of pre-spawners, whatnot. Well, again, we fished. I missed one. Boater caught one. Fished. Went up to the marina dock, and usually throw a shaky head or drop shot or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I was on the deep end while the boater was fishing the slip, so I threw out the piece of the slip that was angled out towards the deeper water. That some gun didn't even sink 3 seconds. It smacked it and took off. I set the hook. The fish was already under the marina dock, and it was another 4-pounder. I was like, here we go.
Nice.
It just took a little longer, but we got another big one. And that day, you couldn't do no wrong. You put a jig under a dock and you're getting
Yep.
bit. It was 100%.
Wow.
And ended up calling up and had 813. The last 10 minutes of the tournament, I skipped under a dock and got thumped, and it was a giant. Because when I set the hook, the drag slipped, and I used 17 to 20 pound line, and the drag's a little tight. That 4-pounder, it
Right.
didn't even budge. It slipped. I'm like, oh boy, and ended up
Ooh.
coming off. I'm like, God.
Oh, man.
But it was enough for second place in that one, which back-to-back top threes put me in first for AOY. And this past weekend, we just had Hartwell for our third stop and ended up finishing 22nd in that one, Heron Bite. It's not full-blown yet on Hartwell,
Yep.
but it's pretty good, should I say. I mean, it ain't you go to every single one and you whack them, but you get on the right one and they're there.
Oh, yeah.
Ended up finishing 22nd, missed a check in the BFL by 4 ounces. So you win some, you lose some.
Oh, yeah.
But
That happens.
the good news is I won the side pot.
Yeah, that helps, man. And you got some hardware. You got hardware and some checks. So, hey, nothing to complain about, man.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 is not bad.
Yeah. And this was the key player in that first January tournament. It was a 3/4 ounce football head.
Yep.
That 4-pounder came out of 30 foot of water, so had to get her down there deep quick.
Oh, yeah. And being that deep, you had to lay the wood on it to get that hook in there good, too.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, barely touched it. I mean, you felt a little something that was different in 35 foot of water. And I was like, all right, there's some weight. And I set the meat, and it was like, oh, boy, it's a good one.
Yep.
Get the net.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like a leaf or something. It's like, oh, wait a minute. So,
Yeah.
well, that's awesome.
But,
What's
yeah,
your
it's been a good
favorite?
year so far.
Yeah, what's your favorite jig setup? What's your setup for your jig?
I I mean, it sounds funny. I know some people don't realize. I got a 610 heavy fast. It's it's stout and it got a good tip. You can skip docks. That tip lets you put it in places you need to. And with that 17, 20 pound line, I ain't afraid to hit them. You know,
No.
once they eat it, they're getting a headache.
Oh yeah, and that shorter rod is a lot easier to
So,
be accurate. That shorter rod, I know I got a 6.3. I throw a lot too. So that shorter rod, when you're up close, man, it makes a difference.
especially being in the back of the boat, any kind of leverage I can get that to my advantage, I'm going to use it. I know I may not be able to bomb one as far as others, but I got more control in tighter spaces.
Oh yeah, and then you got motor behind you, and then power poles behind you, so you got all kind of stuff sometimes behind you, and it
Oh yeah.
you clip one, it's like hope my rod tip's still there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Another key player for those tournaments with a shaky head, again,
Yep.
is probably a staple for every co-angler. You got to have one like a Carolina rig. And that picked up a few fish to keep it going confidence anyways. And I was throwing that skip gap, 1/4 ounce shaky head. And I was throwing on it this 5-inch Nico fat green pumpkin.
Yep.
That's turned into one of my favorite worms to put on a shaky head. So.
Yep. And then they used to be by Spro. I mean, Gamakatsu. Now Spro has them. It's licensed by Spro now, but it's got a bunch of them in.
Yeah.
So.
I got a couple of those. They actually make football heads out of them now with Spro.
Yep.
So it's pretty nice.
Yeah, they've been selling like hotcakes. But I always like that skip gap on a Cinco or stick bait. I've done real well. It seems like it fits perfect and hooks up good. So that's one of my favorites to use on a stick bait or Cinco type bait.
And with those hooks, the hookup ratio is insane. You ain't got to really set the meat to them. You can just reel down and pull into them, and they're hooked. They got it. I mean, I hadn't really, knock on wood, lost too many fish on that. Once they're hooked, they're done. Unless they break it off.
Oh yeah. And seems like that worm stays on there. It don't, sometimes you'll have the worm like on sideways or all kind of, but that skip gap really holds them on there.
Oh yeah, it keeps it straight. Sometimes you thread them on the hook and they get wonky a little bit and the spin and don't act right.
Yep.
So you don't really have too much trouble with those. They stay on pretty straight.
Oh, absolutely. And we got a quick comment here. Arthur Bronson's chiming in and has all fishes, so he's got his notepad and pencil out. So hey, Arthur, hope you're doing well, man. But
And,
Rusty will put some juice on you here, I guarantee you.
oh yeah. Well,
Yep.
I wish it would have been a better outcome, but this Hartwell tournament, one of my favorite things is the top water flukes, Seville's, and stuff like that. Which everything
Yep.
I weighed came on a fluke, the silver rainbow. That son of a gun.
Nice.
Some of it was too good. They was missing it. They was
Yep.
blowing up
Oh
all
yeah.
over it like a whale, come up and miss it.
Yep. About like a frog sometimes. I think they try to kill it and then come back at it or something. But
Yeah, there was one. I would guess is about a 3-pounder or so. As freaking the bait was already 3 feet from where he actually blew up. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
dang.
You're blind or something.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're
He got
eating something that was
overexcited.
yeah.
He got too excited.
He had the zoomies or something, completely missed. Like
Man,
wasn't even
that's correct.
farther to the field.
Oh yeah, I've seen him do that on spooks and stuff, and just like, what are you doing? You're not even close.
Yeah, just eat it.
Yeah, don't give me a heart attack.
But
Quit give me a heart attack like that. Just choke it, swallow it, and be done.
there you go.
But there you go.
But
And I think we got a comment for somebody you may know. Taylor Odom, we are so proud of you, Daddy. Bethany, PMA, Claire, hey Daddy, and Naomi. There you go.
yeah, there's my wife and my 3 girls. That
You got
to be honest, I'm glad she brought up PMA because I tell my daughter that all the time.
yep,
Positive mental attitude. I mean,
absolutely.
you could get
Uh,
down easy.
yep. Oh yeah.
Um,
That's I tell my son the same thing. I said, man, if you're a quarterback, throw interception, hey, you get them next time. I mean, that's absolutely. I mean, I tell my son the same thing. He'll get discouraged or down. I say, hey man, and I got him a PMA little wristband I got from G-Man one time. So that is absolute truth, man.
and that's where I got it from.
Yep.
Z-Man. I mean, ever since I saw that video, it's stuck with me, and I use it daily.
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely.
with your parents, you can see who you got paired with, and you're like, oh man, I know we're gonna be with a scoper, or man,
Yep.
this person's this, or you have these thoughts that run through your head that can
Oh yeah.
really eat at you.
Yep.
Well, this year it is what it is, and I'm going to make the best of it and be positive, and because you can easily get in your own head and miss a fish or miss a key fish that you need. I just fished a Skeeter trail with my dad just
Yeah.
because I don't get to see him too much, and this is the one time we get to spend together. And anything that could go wrong did go wrong. That
Yeah.
morning, I forgot my dang keys at my house, and I had to turn
Oh
around,
man.
drive 30 minutes out of the way to go get the boat keys. Got to the lake, not too late. It was about 30 minutes late. That 30-minute detour killed us.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Baits kept fouling up, getting hung up, breaking off, everything. And it's just mentally like frustrating.
Oh yeah.
But I was like, take a deep breath. Hey, PMA,
Yep.
we're going to get this done. We're having fun. I'm with my dad.
Oh yeah.
It is what it is. We're having fun. Well, the last 10 minutes, we didn't have a very big limit. We had like 9.5 pounds.
Right.
And dad had one in there that was one time I kept joking with him. I was like, we got to get that little baby out. He's like, it's going to be hard to call him out. He's been in there all day. Well, the last 10 minutes we pulled in the spot. I was like, well, this is our last chance to catch a good one or two, make the
Yeah.
best of it and shake your head up there and boom, 3-pounder. I mean, if I would have been, let's put it on the trailer, I'm done, frustrated, we would have never caught that fish.
Oh yeah.
Stay in it till the end.
Oh, absolutely. And you got all those memories, fishing with your dad. So I mean, that was a worthwhile day. I mean, you look back at it and it's like, wow.
Yeah. But if I had to give any kind of advice to anybody as a cohen, PMA. Positive mental attitude. Stay positive. Don't the situation get in your head and beat you before you even start.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember Rick Clun one time. He was talking. I think he was talking about when you show up at a tournament and it's rainy and it's cold, bad conditions, and he says half the field has already took themselves out. They're like, we shouldn't be here fishing today. I don't want to be fishing in the rain, So half the fields took themselves out. Well, somebody's got to catch them. Might as well be
Oh yeah,
you. So I never forget Rick Clun talking about that.
exactly.
So that's absolutely. I've had
And
one of my best.
I
I've had
couldn't.
one of my best finishes doing that. It was in Dale Hollow. It was like 2018, and it was 40 degrees. It was spitting snow, and I had a jig, and so I'm pitching and
Mhm.
flipping, and I get that professional overrun little loop. So I'm getting it out,
Oh yeah.
pick it up. There's a 3-pounder on there. I'm like, dead stick, huh? And
Oh
three
yeah.
casts later, yep, I catch a 5-6. So I had 3 fish that day. Got big bass. Finished 5th on 3 fish.
There you go. And
But
if you would
it
have let
worked.
it get in your head, I would have never caught those fish.
Nope. I mean, I had 3 layers on. I was cold, but I was like, I'm gonna focus, concentrate, and fade off, man. Like I said, stay positive. That's one of my football coaches
Also,
used to say. Yeah, my football coach used to say, use your head besides something for a hat rack. Don't use your head for a hat rack.
that,
Use some of that gray material up there.
there you go. I do gotta give a shout out to my old buddy Rob Holiday.
Yeah,
He gives me a phone call the night before pep talk, if you will.
yeah, I
Because
heard about that.
these two Kiwi tournaments, I didn't have any preparation, didn't have anything prepped. I just grabbed a bag full of stuff I knew they would, or at least felt like they'd eat a jig. So I
Yep.
just tied one on, had a bag full of stuff, threw it in the truck, and took off. No practicing, no nothing. His
Wow.
pep talk, you know what to do.
Oh yeah.
And sure enough, and that's what happened on both of these. He gave me a phone call. He needs to call me more often.
Yeah, James Minold, he was commenting, says, "Man, I need one of your calls like you called Rusty." So that's kind of
Hey,
funny.
I mean, it's something to it because it's worked for the last three.
Absolutely, man. You can't beat that. We got a quick comment. Arthur Bronson says, "Doing fine." Hey, Arthur, appreciate you tuning in, man.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's been a weird year for weather. I mean, I don't know about out in your area, but here in Kentucky, it's been floods, and we got snow maybe next couple of days, and then Friday it's gonna be 79. So it's all over the
Yeah,
place.
we're just dealing with heavy winds and some tornadoes, but other than that, it's very. I mean, not very big tornadoes. I mean, just severe thunderstorm, more or less, with
Yep.
tornado warning.
Oh yeah.
Um, but other than that, it's hot, cold. Like it don't know what to do. It don't want to warm
Oh,
up.
I
Don't
know.
want to stay cold. It's forth.
Yeah, and it messes up. You mean you find something in practice and tournament, you get totally different conditions. It's like, okay, what I do now? It's like,
Yeah. Well, that BFL, I this hard one. I did do a little bit of pre-fishing the third one, and maybe that's why I finished 22nd. I should just went in blind.
yep,
Um, I was smoking them. I mean, the weather was nice. It was warm. Well, the next day it hit a cold front, had nice cold rain for the next 2 days, and even though it rained, the water dropped a few inches. You can tell from the water line and the pollen stuff, it dropped at least 3, 4 inches.
mm,
Well, my buddy, the boater I got paired with, he had some bed fishing. They was all in a funk.
oh yeah,
They wouldn't eat the food first thing in the morning. It's just they was acting very strange. It just they were off. But
yep,
as the day went on and heated up, I kept that fluke in my hand and they started eating it finally. I
yep.
was stubborn. I wasn't gonna put it down.
Hey, well, it worked out. Got you some bites, though. I mean, that's a classic there. I like the old school lures like that.
Oh yeah. But that's a staple, especially these herring lakes. You gotta have a fluke on most of 90% of the year. I mean, you can even throw a
Oh
fluke
yeah.
on an underspin in the wintertime in the ditches. I mean, you can throw a fluke all year.
Well, absolutely. That old team partner, old man, and man, he threw that fluke religiously, and man, he'd always smoke me. Seems like, but he'd throw that fluke, that white pearl with a little chartreuse tail. I mean, he would throw that year round.
Oh yeah.
But what's your next event coming up?
The next one is a 2-day skier on Hartwell with my dad. It's May 3rd and 4th,
Cool.
which is what, 2 weeks away.
Yeah. Just around the corner.
Right now we're qualified for the championship.
Cool.
So we're going to try to stay qualified and then make it to Chattooga, and that's where we're going to need Rock's help.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Potentially, with the sub, because you're allowed one sub for one tournament, and that would be it.
Oh.
That'd be the last
Okay.
regular season tournament. You got to be in the top 75 for the championship. That's going to be on Lanier in February next year.
Oh, cool. Man, that's right up your alley right there.
Oh yeah, I love Lanier. It's a good one.
Oh yeah, that's spot central right there.
It is, but the first big largemouth I caught was this past February. I went out and tried the Demiki rig. I'm not too good at it just yet. First fish of the day was a 561 largemouth. I'm like, where'd you come from? 60 foot of water. I'm like, what are you doing down there?
Yeah, it's amazing, man. I mean that's one thing about forward facing. We never knew that fish was just sitting out there on nothing, just suspended, nothing around, just sitting there suspended out. So crazy.
It's a pain in the butt sometimes when you see them come up and don't eat it.
Oh yeah. You'll see them do some crazy stuff. They'll follow it, or they'll come up and go back down. Yeah, I had one fish. I was throwing, I think, a scrounger head, like a pulse fish scrounger head, and my boater seen this smallmouth come straight up out of 40 foot, and he says, "I didn't want to say nothing." Of course, he got it, and I broke off. I must have skinned something, and it broke. I was like, "Oh man!" But he said, "Man, I saw that fish come straight up." I said, "Well, ain't no largemouth doing that. It's got to be a smallie." But it happens.
They'll shoot out from they'll be in 60 foot of water. Your bait's only in 40, and they'll rock into it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they'll put the brakes on, and either they'll eat it or they won't. They'll run off. Largemouth, they're lazy.
Yeah, they'll kind of follow, and then they'll just kind of they try not to spend too much energy. And talking about shaky heads, here is your ace for shaky heads. Miss Ashley Klaus says, "Hey guys, hey Ashley,
hey, how you doing?"
That is the queen of shaky heads right there.
Oh yeah, but she's doing really good on the boat side.
Oh yeah, she's done great. I mean, for her first year, she has done outstanding. Hey Ashley, you're doing great. You just keep on keeping on. You're doing good. But actually got my partner John. He has some signal issues. There he is. Hey John, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. Hey Rusty.
All right.
What's up?
But man, Rusty's killing it out there on the BFLs, man, for sure. But
Rob?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
For some reason, everything went muted on me.
Okay. Well, go ahead, man. You got it. Go ahead.
Hey, Rusty. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How are you, John?
Doing a little better. So, are you going to save some side pot cash for anybody else, or are you just going to take it all?
Well, I'm trying to get some people to sign up so they can take some. I mean, it's nice now, but
more people.
Luke, he's got what's that?
More people, more money.
That's right.
There you go.
And more places to pay out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Had a few boaters interested in this last one at the Hartwell, but we could get them interested, but they don't want to bite. And it's like they're right there. We just got to get them over the edge. Come on, sign up, guys.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like
oh yeah. But I know some people wonder if it's legit. It's 100% legit. I've won it 8 times. Right at $1,900, almost $2,000, just in extra money that you could potentially be leaving on the table by not signing up. I mean, you ain't got to win the tournament, just be the highest finisher. I mean, that's a no-brainer to me. I mean,
oh, absolutely. And I mean, Luke's good. He'll. I mean, Monday morning, your check's in the mail, and usually I get mine on Wednesday. I've won about 3 or 4 of them, and man, I mean, it ain't no wait after the season or wait to end the month. That week, you're getting a check.
Oh yeah.
And another thing I think is great that he's done is the he's got the elites now. He's got the some of the bigger leagues like the elites and stuff signed up on Side Pod. I think that's great.
Oh yeah, and especially this year when there's no entry fee, so they can take that money and add it. I mean, I've shared it with Emil Wagner and Paul March Jr. and all them guys. I was like, hey, here's for an opportunity for y'all. I know they reduced the payouts because of the no entry fee, like the number. Like, here's some extra money you can make. Might as well jump in it.
Oh, absolutely. I said, and if anybody's got any doubts, I can vouch for Rusty. I mean, it's the real deal. I mean, after the tournament, I said Monday, your check's in the mail. Usually by Wednesday, it's sitting in my mailbox when I won a few times last year. So it is the real deal. And another thing, hey, I never forget, man. What was it? Regional at Eufaula. I finished like 77th, and I was going home, and I was going through Atlanta traffic, trying not to lose my mind. And then phone rings, and it's like, Rusty, hey, congrats. I'm like, for what? You won the side pot. I'm like, you're kidding. And I finished 77th. So when you're in the side pot, you only fishing against the guys in the side pot. So I finished 20, 30, or like I said, 77th. That they ain't got lucky and pulled a check.
Yeah, exactly. And this last one on Hartwell, even though I missed a BFL check by 4 ounces, I won the side pot, which was $190, which was more than the guy in 10th place in the co-side. So, I mean, it's a good compensation for payout.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think I finished 15th at Cumberland last year, and the side pot paid me more than the BFL did.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not unusual.
So I mean, it's not that much. It's $100 for a cove, $100 for a boater. As far as the BFL levels, it's $200 for the Toyotas and Bass Opens and stuff like that for a boater, but it's still $100 for a cove with the potential to earn twice the money. I mean, if I'm gonna get in something, I'm gonna get in all I can because
absolutely.
Not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like my dad used to say, if you're not going in the side pot, you're leaving money on the table.
There you go.
I was thinking, Rob, if you multiply Rusty's side pot winnings times mine, you're winning.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely, man. Absolutely. But there's Ashley. She said, "LOL, y'all lying. I've been terrible." I know you hadn't, girl. You done good for your first year. You've come a long way. Guarantee.
The first year is a learning and
experience.
Oh yeah, she's well in range to do that.
Mm-hmm. That's always the goal, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, where's your regional at in your division this year?
We're at Lake Murray in Columbia. It's another herring lake from Portland.
Okay, well, that's not too far from you. That'd be pretty good.
It's about an hour and a half, so not too bad. Actually, we're staying positive because Ashley's already got a place booked for 3 or 4 of us to go down. So we're staying positive that we're all qualified from here on out.
Oh yeah,
we're already there.
Oh yeah, y'all got it, and that makes a lot of fun when you stay with your friends and Airbnb. So absolutely, that makes a lot of fun. And there's our buddy Daniel. He's chiming in. Daniel says, "What's up, John, Rob, and Rusty? How's it going, Daniel? Hope you're doing well, my friend."
How you doing, Daniel?
All right.
So I missed the beginning of the show. So if I ask a question that's redundant, just tell me. Go back and watch the show. Go watch the replay.
Nah, you're good.
So what do you think it is with you and the man? You're just a hammer all over the place. I was going to ask you when you're going to start coming up to New York and fishing.
I'd love to. I go to Michigan once a year. I want to try to go up there in June, end of May, June for the spawn. Because I got some buddies that live in Michigan, and they're like, "Hey, come on up. You can catch 5, 6, 7 pounders like they're nothing." I'm like, "Well, you can't here, not smallmouth."
No.
But that's a bucket list. I want to hit the St. Lawrence River or Champlain or somewhere like that. Get on one of the big lakes.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And we got somebody else I think you may be familiar with. Donna Newland Odom says, "We are proud of you, son." There you go.
Yeah, I couldn't do it without them. The support of family and friends, and I wouldn't be here. You know,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
wouldn't be doing
That
any
makes
of
a
this.
huge difference. Makes a huge difference.
Especially getting to fish a skeeter with my dad. That's means more than when I know some. We got our teeth kicked in at Clarksville. That was insane. It took
Yep.
28 pounds to win and 27.92 for second. It took 20 pounds to cut a check,
Wow.
and we only had 12 and a quarter. But we had the best day ever. My dad caught fish. He caught a striper. He thought it was the biggest fish he ever caught, especially on a spinner rod with 10-pound line. He's like, "Oh God!" And
He had a fight on his hands.
oh yeah, it took him a few minutes to get him in, but we got him in and had a blast.
Cool.
Those
That
memories
kind of-
mean more to me than winning.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's it. I can buy a trophy. You know,
Oh, yeah.
they sell them all day. But no, you were talking
Yeah,
about
they
that
sell
tournament,
these
right?
too. I mean, that's how I got to
Sweet.
found them at thrift store.
There you go. You're missing the I out of that, by the way.
That's,
Yeah.
What does Christy Corrine say? Man, I love fishing. So that's what it stands for.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
But,
mine is mine. I look funny.
Yeah. Some days.
I bet some people with this scruff going on. Hey, it's my
Yep.
good luck
Yeah, I
scruff.
got a little scruff.
Yeah, man, you ain't supposed to get a haircut or anything. If you're on a roll like that, you're supposed to like let everything grow, hair, beard. I mean, you got to keep rolling.
By the end of the year, I'm gonna be Duck Dynasty because it ain't going nowhere.
I don't blame
There
you.
you go. Maybe that's what I should do. Start having something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
Worth a
win.
shot. Yeah, it's worth a shot.
I think if I was the only one in the tournament, I'd still end up in last.
Yeah.
Hey,
I feel like that some days. But it happens. Now, Rusty, now what is the craziest moment you ever had on the water? If you had like a boater fall out of the boat or something weird happen, what's kind of the craziest moment you had out fishing on a tournament?
nothing crazy as far as falling out of the boat or anything, but we had a bad weather storm coming, and I looked up the radar from WYFF, a local news channel, and it said it was going to stay north. So I went south on the lake, like, we're going fishing. I mean, we're going to miss it. We didn't miss it. It ended up being a tornado that tore through Borg Warner up in Seneca, and somebody actually didn't make it. But my dumb self and my buddy, Toby Storms, was in the storm riding it out in a pocket, hoping and praying that the trees didn't snap above our head because we just tried to tuck away. That was the best thing. You couldn't see 5 feet in front of you. It was raining so dang hard,
Dang.
blowing like 30, 40 miles. I was like, this was stupid.
Yeah.
But once the rain and everything quit, they ate like a summer gun, blowing up on top water everywhere. So
Oh, yeah.
if you can ride the storm out, it's good fishing afterwards.
Oh, yeah. I've run into that on Chickamauga one time. It was like a blue wall, and it was like you couldn't see hardly in front of the boat. It was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. We got a
That's
lake
crazy.
up here too, Joe Cassie, up in the mountains, and it could be clear bluebird, and you hear this faint little rumble. You better take off to the ramp. I was like, what was that?
Oh.
Was that thunder? You know, I'm looking around, bluebird sky, sunny. Well, we come around the mountain back to the main lake, and nope, we never made it. It was rough.
That's amazing how them storms come up just in a heartbeat. I mean, you get a little bit of wind, it's like, uh-oh, and then it's on you. It's on top of you before you know it.
Especially in a mountain lake like that, the mountain's blocked. By the time it comes up over, it's already on you. It's too late.
Yeah, it like funnels it in almost. Yeah.
It's like that up on Lake Ontario too, right up the St. Lawrence River. If you see the clouds getting dark, you just go. Don't wait. Just go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fast too.
Yeah.
it can go from clear sun to gray to get your ass out.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
in a
much is what it
heartbeat.
is.
Oh,
In a heartbeat.
I saw that video where in Texas, was it Texas, they rode through a tornado?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about how it was with us at Hartwell. It was insane.
That's crazy.
But we
Yeah.
were not in open water. We was tucked away, thank God.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But yeah, I've been talking about your grandpa. I had a grandpa. That's who got me involved in fishing, and we just live on close to Mississippi Gulf Coast, and we go out saltwater fishing. And I've seen some, twisters come out of nowhere and look over there and hear a noise. And there's a twister over there in the Gulf. It's like, holy cow, gets a little hairy.
That'd be scary. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is real. But well, Rusty, if you got somebody that's watching and wants to kind of become a co-angler, kind of go over kind of what equipment you need. And like I said, we was talking about mindset earlier. Definitely a mindset.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I know a lot of people, they like throwing the big sticks, bait casters, this, that. Don't overlook the spinning rod.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a simple setup. I've cut most of my checks using that shaky head
Oh yeah.
on a 7-foot medium light, 10 to 12 pound leader with a 10-pound braid. I mean, keep it simple. That shaky head's put more fish in the boat than probably anything for me. But again, positive mental attitude, stay positive. If you're just now starting out, you're going to learn a lot. I mean, it took me a while before I started catching limits. But I sat back and learned. I watched, paid attention to things like time of year, water temperatures, what pattern of the fish in, that's helped me more than anything. But you sit back and learn. Like Jason Williamson, I fished the Bass Open on Hartwell. His biggest advice was fish co-angle as long as you can. That way you get exposed to multiple techniques that you can hold in your back pocket when you do become better. You've experienced different situations. Be very versatile. And I think that's helped a lot for me is I took it all in, even the bad days, you're always learning. I mean, okay, I watched him whack them. I didn't do any good, but hey, here's what I should be doing. I've experienced it.
Oh yeah.
So
and seems like I've had the experience. The days you zero and your boater zero, seems like you learn more on the days you don't catch them than you do the days you catch them sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we
And
had in high school our basketball. Go ahead, Rusty. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No, in high school our basketball coach.
Sorry.
All right, go ahead, Rusty. Go ahead, Rusty.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors for it.
Yep, there you go.
Well, like the PMA, the biggest topic nowadays, live scope, co-anglers, this. That right there is the biggest mental block for coach.
Yeah.
Is, oh man, I'm with the scope. You can still catch them.
Oh yeah.
I got paired at day 3 of the Toyota Series on Smith with Isaac Peavyhouse. He's a stud. Absolutely catches them. He's a scoper. But I still caught fish behind him. It's all mental. I mean, you got to just stay in it mental. Like you said, you can be taken out of the tournament right then, just mentally knowing, hey, I'm with a scoper and your situation beat you already. Don't let the situation beat you. Stay positive.
Yeah. Absolutely. You get spun out quick. Yeah, you get spun out quick before you know it.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, John. What you gonna say?
I can't. Oh, my high school basketball coach used to tell us you learn more by losing than you do winning.
Good point.
And, when I became a senior and I was one of the captains, I'm like, well, coach, I think we're done learning. Can we start winning?
I'm sure he enjoyed that.
Yeah, it added 10 laps on for me. So
made you stronger.
I think also in the defeat, your bad days, you can really tell who you are, how you react, how you take it. You can really tell a lot about a person. I mean, winning is great and all, but you also got to win good, you can lose good.
Yep.
Have the right attitude.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I don't see a lot of people having a bad attitude winning.
No.
But they can be, I don't know how nice way to say it. They get big headed.
Yeah, egotistical. Yeah.
Just you got to remember where you came from. Stay humble, even in victory.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I won one, but you're not going to win them all. You can't win everything all the time. I mean,
and fishing will serve you a big slice of humble pie in a split second.
oh yeah.
We've all been down that road.
What's your shaky head setup like?
I got a 7 foot. Hang on here. I got it with me right now. I got a loose hyper mag. I got a 10-pound braid with a 10 to 12-pound leader. I don't go any heavier or lighter typically. 7 foot medium fast, action. Got a really good tip. With that lighter braid, instead of 20, that 10-pound, I could really get it out there and launch it.
Oh, yeah.
And especially the FX custom rods, I could feel everything. My dad's a believer with that. He used one of my buddy's rods this past weekend, and the sensitivity was not there. He's like, I'm definitely buying some more FX rods. You can feel everything. But yeah, I just used a skip gap. I'm a guy. Skip gap hook, 1/4 ounce, and I've been throwing this Nico Fat green one. That's probably the main one. That or a Magnum Shakehead one, the moneymaker from Trickster Baits, the green pumpkin green. Those are probably the two main things I throw on the Shakehead.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
I mean, there's others out there, but 90% of the time it's those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't throw the shaky head. I don't throw the Ned rig.
You should.
That's what I'm told.
I can attest to a shakehead working in Michigan on those smallmouth. My buddy's like, we don't throw it up here. I was like, well, tie me one on, because I just went up to visit for the weekend.
Yeah.
And they set me up a shakehead. I fired up there. Boom. Big smallmouth just crushed it. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Y'all need to throw it. They don't see it. They will eat it.
Oh yeah. They will. Absolutely.
Do you have a particular place you like to throw the shaky head over another? Like, do you prefer it around docks or open water or
Everywhere. Right now, the herring spawn, that's another little backup deal on top of the top water and the flukes and whatnot. You could take a shakehead and throw it in the same place and catch those fish that stop coming up on your bait.
okay.
Lay downs, I'll throw them in there to lay down where I would throw a jig, just if I need something more finesse and feel like they're not eating the jig.
Yep.
Toss a shakehead around. But yeah, docks too. I mean,
yeah, and it's a great follow-up bait too. I always have one on deck. I know a lot of boaters, if they miss a top water, and they'll follow up shaky head, just kind of pitch it out, and a lot of times they'll hit it.
Oh yeah.
But hey, we got a couple quick comments. We're gonna run through. Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. Daniel says, John, without the lights on and the glasses glaring, reminds me of an Alfred Hitchcock moving scene.
Well, they're supposed to be anti-glare.
Okay.
But the anti's gone.
Oh, I know. Mine's the same way. So that happens. And then Brock, Big O Fish, is Rusty's favorite number 3. What's he got against number 1? Ha ha. Third. Hey, ha ha. Nice job, sir.
I appreciate it. Hey, the last one was second. I did move up one.
There you go. Yep. So, yep. It did have a 2 in there, so you did break it up. And then Deanna Luverne says, absolutely. I miss Deanna. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, you do.
But you said, I know you had some good finishes last year. It seemed like those good finishes last year kind of helped you propel in some better finishes this year. You think that experience kind of helped you and kind of know how to, if you're going to, like you said, you got that 4-pounder early. It kind of helped you kind of stay focused and
Yeah, I mean the momentum's definitely a real thing. Been riding it as long as I can until the luck runs out, if you will.
oh yeah,
I never could crack the top 10 last year though. That was the funny thing. It's like I was all over. Even in the Toyotas, I was 14th. BFL's 13th twice, 11th. I was like, really? Couldn't crack top 10. And then first two tournaments of this year, back to back, third and second place. It's
Yep.
just also like they say, when it's your time, it's your time.
oh yeah,
I was close. It was almost my time.
absolutely. And,
But
hey, and in Toyotas, I mean, you know how many hammers are in the Toyotas. I mean, for you to finish that high in a Toyota, that says something. There's a lot of hammers, a lot of good locals usually in those.
oh yeah, I mean the competition was insane. I mean the BFL's got some local sticks, but everybody's a stick in the Toyotas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The stakes are raised. That's for sure.
I think in the Toyotas,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think I fished 12 Toyotas, and after day one, I was in the top 10 in probably 7 of them.
Man,
Day
Dang.
2 killed me.
yep. It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's a multi-day deal. And you're with a different boater, different techniques
Yep.
each day. You got to be so versatile to be going successful
Oh yeah.
on those multi-day events.
Yeah. I
Oh,
fished one on the
Luckily,
state.
that Smith Lake, they ate the same thing.
Yeah. I fished one on the St. Lawrence where I zeroed day 2, and I missed making the day 3 cut by like ounces.
Oh man,
Oh, that's the reverse.
that happens.
Yeah.
My
you
first
say
year
Shaky
fishing at BFL. Go ahead.
You said the Shaky Head's where it's at, huh?
That's a confidence thing for me. But it's a guaranteed catch a fish. You may not be giants, but you're gonna put fish in the boat.
Oh yeah.
But flip on it. I've had giants eat it too. You know? They'll catch a big one too.
Absolutely. It
Here's a
catches
good
some big.
question.
Yep. All right. Here we go. All right. Daniel says, Rusty, because of forward-facing sonar, do you think most co-anglers are backing out of these MLF tournaments? Just asking.
I mean, I think that has a big part of the participation for codes, especially like herring lakes, fishing isolated cane, and later on, or bed fishing.
Yep.
You know, this situation stack against the code. That's
Oh, yeah.
one of the reasons they 3 fish to make it a little easier to get a limit. But I mean, that's another mindset deal. You know, if you let that deter you, you're already getting beat before you even start. You
Oh
can
yeah.
still catch
Absolutely.
fish behind scope. They're not going to catch everything. That's for sure.
Yep. But and two, being with a scoper, they're around fish. And a lot of times I've noticed my boaters will say, "Hey, I'm catching them 6 to 8 foot or 8 to 10." They'll usually say what level they're at, and you got the whole
Yeah.
back like 180. So give it a whirl.
And another thing, respect goes a long way. Be respectful to the
Absolutely.
boater, and they'll do most of the time anything they can to help you.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Had a boater that had some bedfish. You know, he's like, "Hey, I'm not asking you not to fish, but they're both in sight right here in casting range. They're really big. I really need them. Is that if I can ask you not to cast on?" I was like, "Dude, don't worry about it. I'm not casting
Yep.
to them."
Mm.
Well, he worked those 2 bedfish. He caught the male off one, but he didn't get any of either one of the females. And I caught 3 fish out of the back of the boat fishing the other docks. I mean,
Yep.
it's just a mindset situation. You know, just make the most of it.
Oh yeah. And I've had
Uh,
boaters too. Like you net his fish, and you're, like you said, respectful all day, and they're like, hey,
Mhm.
we're gonna stop at a cove before we're going in, about 30 minutes till, and there's always keepers there. I'll let you fish and get you some fish, to get on stage and get you some points. So I've had that happen several times.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, that's the biggest thing. Respect between each other it'll go further than you can imagine. I mean, nobody wants to
Absolutely.
have someone disrespectful, and why would you want to help somebody disrespectful to you? I
Oh
mean,
yeah, definitely.
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, and like you said, communication with your boater. Say, if your boater says, "Hey, I'm gonna fish this," and you're, "Hey, that's cool." Fish over the other side or back behind, or So if you got good
Hmm.
communication there today, it makes a huge difference. I've noticed that.
And then later in the day, he set up open for both of us to catch fish instead of backboating that people say. No, I mean you can't really backboat in herring fishing at all.
No.
I mean, all over the points, you just really. But he put us both in a situation where we both catch fish.
Yep.
Now, if I would have been out there, you know what? You fishing that bed fish, I'm gonna throw over here and catch this one.
Yep.
That would have been a horrible day. I
Oh
guarantee you
yeah.
the rest of
Yep.
the day would have been bad.
That would make a long day
So,
for you, for sure. But
oh yeah, for
but you,
sure.
oh, absolutely. I mean, but like I said, that's the two biggest things. I mean, like I kind of, when I first started being co, I'm thinking, if I was on my dad's boat, how would I treat it? So I mean, I always had that in my head.
Yeah,
Keep your stuff neat, keep it organized. When your boater, big thing is your boater's, want to run spots. He wants to go right then. So make sure, hey,
yeah,
give me, you're 2 or 3 casts away from moving. Just let me know. So I have my life jacket on, my stuff, gear tucked, and that goes a long way. I mean, if your boater's sitting there having to wait on you for like 4 or 5 minutes and you're getting your stuff, he'll get a little
yeah.
aggravated. And I can understand that.
That's where that communication is key. You're there to help
Absolutely.
each other out. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's
And
just
the
to make the
more,
day better.
yeah, and the more you work as a team and act like a team, the more success you're going to have. I think that definitely coincides with each other.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep. But we're about at 52 minutes. Hey, Rusty, I'm gonna let you have the floor, and I want you to talk about your sponsors, people's helped you out, and of course, Side Pot. So if you want to go talk about those, floor is yours, my friend.
Oh yeah. First and foremost, the FX Custom Rods was my first big sponsor. I mean, been working with them since the classic at Hartwell. I think it was 2021. It was.
Yep.
Well, instead of going to the weigh-ins or anything, I stayed with them at the expo and hung out with them all 3 days. And they said, "Hey, I'm gonna have them pull your application." Got an email like 2 months later. Forgot all about it, to be honest.
Yep.
And that was the best decision I ever made. Is to say yeah.
Oh
um,
yeah.
but yeah, those FX Custom Rods is big. I've caught more fish just because of, in my opinion,
Yep.
and you can feel everything. Like the more bites you can feel, even though it's subtle, you can put more fish in the boat. Because a lot of times with them stiffer rods, you're not gonna feel it. That
No.
little subtle bite, they'll drop it before you even notice. But FX been huge. Fish Like Fish Care Products, my buddy down in Alabama keeps the live wells clean. They got cleaners, they got live well treatment, they got fish aid. You gill hook a fish bleeding, put that stuff on it, it'll stop right then. I mean, I've had fish gill hooked 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, man, he ain't gonna make it. I put some of that
Yep.
stuff in there, and he's the liveliest one at the end of the day, kicking and going. I'm like, all right. Um, I was with Fish with Todd Goad and all them. Jeremy Wynn, awesome
Yep.
group of guys. Uh, Powerhouse Lithium. I got my two 36-volt, 60 amp hours in parallel. I can go 2 3 days without even having to plug it up. That's a
Nice.
huge bonus, especially when you're away from home and you don't know where you can plug up and charge. You ain't got to worry. Peace of mind. Power for day. Um,
Absolutely.
I'm working with a new guy. I'm gonna start the Trickster baits. He pours all
Yep.
kinds. His flute. He's got worms. He's got jigs. He's got anything and everything. And they're very durable. You know, some baits out there you catch one or two fish tore up. You got to change it out. Well, this one you can catch quite a few and keep her going. You know, which is more efficient. But yeah, the biggest one, the FX. I mean, they took a chance on me, and I can't thank them enough. You know,
Absolutely. That's a good way. The young guys coming up in the high schools or college, you want to know how to get sponsors. Work at it. Put the work in, like Rusty did. That's the perfect example.
yeah. And like I said, I worked I didn't work the classic, but I hung out with them in the booth all 3 days instead of going off and around, and
Yeah.
got to know them. You know, it's almost like a job interview. You're not
Oh, yeah.
looking for a free handout or anything. I was like, hey, I just want to be a part because I want to earn it. I don't want to be given. I
Yep.
want to earn it. And I think that's a big thing. Instead of looking for a handout or, hey, what can you do for me? What can you do for them? Is what they're looking
Exactly. Good
for. End
point.
of the day, their business, they're looking to grow, right?
Yeah.
So, and then here this past year, I got to work the NOE show up here in Greenville with them. This time, part of FX, which was fantastic. I mean, like I
Sweet.
said, I can't thank them enough for taking a chance on me.
Can't beat that. Now, for the folks that don't know, how do you get into side pot, and what is side pot for the folks at home that don't know, that needs to know?
Well, side pot fishing is a chance at some extra money. It's literally it's $100 for co-anglers, $100 for boaters and the BFLs. You enter in and you're fishing against all the other entrants. You're not fishing against everybody in the actual tournament. That means you don't actually have to win the tournament to win the side pot. As long as you're the highest finishing entry, you can win the side pot. I've won it 8 times. It's a significant compensation for the payouts and the stuff. Whereas I finished 22nd this last one, for example. I didn't cut a BFL check. I missed it by 4 ounces. But I won the side pot, which was more than the top 10 of the 10th place finisher. So it's good money. If you're not jumping in, you're leaving money on the table.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a great opportunity for codes as well. I mean, it's in my experience, it's big for the code side of things.
Yep.
Just because you can win a good bit chunk of money as a code.
Oh, absolutely.
Extra.
Absolutely.
And
Like
Luke
we was talking
Sugar, he's
before.
top notch.
Yeah. Yeah. Luke's top notch guy. I mean, like we was talking before, I mean, come Monday morning, Luke's got your check in the mail headed to you.
That's right. I mean, and the next thing, you know, some things you got to sign up way early in advance and whatnot. You can sign up all the way to launch the morning of.
Yep.
After launch time, though, it's too late. And
Yep.
you may be wishing you did by the end of the day.
Yeah, but it's easy to join. Just go to the Side Pot website and you can choose your tournament, whichever one you can. There's no membership fee. There's no, you just enter whatever tournaments you want. So no membership fee. It's per tournament.
And Luke's such a great guy. You can just reach out to Luke and, hey, but I want to join. I want to jump in this one, and he'll help you out. He'll drop
Oh
of
yeah.
a hat, you know, no questions asked, you know.
Oh yeah. And I know they got the Bass Opens. They do have the Bass Kayak Series, I think. So and I think the Leaf,
Mhm.
like we was talking earlier. So he's definitely branched out. But I mean he I think what 98. It's like a high 90s payout. So I mean he's keeping very little just
Oh, yeah.
to keep things running. But I mean he's next level, man. You guys need to check it out.
Oh, yeah, and of course it's like over 5 entries, they pay out multiple spots. So the more you enter, the more chances they pay out, and more money you win.
Absolutely.
So I'm
So
local
tell
to
you,
the Savannah River and South Carolina division, and pretty close to Bulldog. So if y'all anglers want to jump in, I mean, it's a great opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like you said, man, if you don't, you leave money on the table. So, you have any questions, I'm sure you can reach out to Rusty or even reach out to me or Luke. So if you got any questions, but website kind of goes through everything and the payout schedule, and it's really good. But he's got it laid out real good on the Side Pot website. So, but man, hey, congrats on your role this year, and I hope you get that angler deer you're shooting for. I know you're well on the way, my friend.
I got 2 tournaments to go. I'm counting them down.
Hey, you're over almost halfway there, man. So you're right there. But hey, man, continued success to you. And I always like I saw you win the Side Pot over the weekend, and man, you just keep on rolling, my friend. And hey, best of luck to you and tight lines the rest of the year.
I appreciate it. Hey, do want to say a big shout out and thanks to my family, my wife
Yep.
and my kids. They come to every weigh-in. They support me. Without that, and my parents, without any kind of support like that, I mean, it wouldn't even be worth doing. Knowing that no matter how I do, good or bad, they're always cheering me on, and I did great. Daddy, you did great. That makes it all. No matter what happened, it's a great day.
Oh yeah, that's huge, man. I mean, that's awesome. That is huge to have your own little cheering section and your own fan club there with you. So that's awesome.
But
Can't
I
beat it.
appreciate y'all. This opportunity y'all give. It's it's an amazing opportunity to get to talk and reach other people and get to share some knowledge if you got any. I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
that great. I get lucky, but
you're a little more lucky, man. But hey, when you win the Angler of the Year this year, we'll have you back on, have you talk about your Angler of the Year, man. How's that?
sounds good, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right, man. Hey, thanks again, Rusty. And man, we appreciate you. And like I said, everybody, check out SidePot, the sidepot.com website. If you got any questions, they got laid out and the payouts and all the tournaments. So y'all check that out. And again, hey, thanks for everybody for tuning in. And y'all have a great day. And we'll see you tomorrow night. And Rusty, thanks again. And have a
No
continued
problem.
success on your season, my friend.
Thank you. Tight lines.
All right, man. All right. See you guys. Peace out.
See you.